the online class. So in the previous class we have learned about that is about Shatavahanas and the prominent king Gautamiputra Shatakarani and the art, architecture, literature of the Shatavahanas and the social life of the people also. So now let us go to the next topic, that is the legal lesson, that is South India Shatavahanas, Kadambas and Nandas. The next topic is the Kadambas. So from 325 CE to 540 CE. So we are going to learn, Kadambas were the first to establish an empire that is in our Karnataka, and also here we are going to have a descriptive note by taking the map of Kadamba dynasty. So let us have a look on the map of Kadamba dynasty as well as a descriptive note regarding this session with important images also. The Kadambas, 325 CE to 540 CE. This is the first dynasty to be established in Karnataka. The capital was Banavasi, which is in today's North Kannada district. Mayurashvarma was the founder and a great king of this dynasty. When Mayurashvarma was insulted by the Pallava king Shivaskanda Varma, he adopted the Kshatriya way of life and became Mayura Varma. So he defeated the Pallavas in a war and established the Kadamba Empire. He is the pride of all Kannadigas. According to the Chandravalli inscription at Chitradurga, Mayuravarma is said to have increased the height of the wall of Chandravalli, that is Chandravati Lake. The Kadamba made special contributions to Karnataka and Indian culture. There was political unity for around 300 years under the Kadamba rule. Royal priests, ministers and military generals played a very important role in administration. For administrative purpose, provincial officers had been appointed to look after the provinces. Land revenue was the main source of income in the kingdom. So this is the map of Kadamba dynasty. For administrative purpose, provincial officers had been appointed to look after the provinces. Land revenue was the main source of the income in the kingdom. The occupations such as carpentry, goldsmithy, blacksmithy, weaving, oil extraction, pottery were the main ones in the society. Though they were the followers of the Vedic culture, the Kadampas encouraged Jainism and Buddhism. They gave charity to Jain temples and scholars at Hangal, Puligere and other places and promoted spread of Jain culture. There were greater encouragement for agriculture and trade. Most of the people followed greater importance was given to patriarchy and undivided family. So you can have a look of Madhukeshwara temple, which is at Banavasi. Buddhism was also flourishing in the Kadamba kingdom. It included Ajanta and Banavasi, two of the important centers of Buddhism. The temples were the centers of festivals and celebrations. Both Prakrit and Sanskrit received encouragement. First Prakrit and later Sanskrit became the court language. Kannada was the language of the people. The ancient Halmidi inscription shows the characteristics of the Kannada language, which was in use in the 5th century. This has been the first inscription available in Kannada. The Malavalli inscription is in Prakrit language. The Talagunda inscription is the first Sanskrit inscription to be found in Karnataka. The Kadambas laid the foundation for architecture in Karnataka. They built many temples and basadis in Banavasi. During this period, educational centers like Agraharas, Brahmapuris and Ghatikas were established. The main Agraharas of that time were found in Talagunda and Balligave. The Agraharas were like residential schools. So dear students, these are the very important points regarding this session, that is in Shatavahanas, the Kadambas. So we have studied about the first empire of Karnataka, that is Kadamba, and some important temples, that is Madhukeshwara temple, which is at Banavasi, and also a descriptive note about the Kadamba dynasty by looking the map. So thank you for watching this video. In next sessions, let us start the Gangas.